Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so y'all, I wanted to come do a driving with me chit chat. So for the past 4 days I was going through it, y'all. Like, I was going through it so bad. I stayed all day Sunday. I stayed inside of my room. Like, I came out my room one time to get breakfast, and that was it. I didn't eat nothing else for the rest of the day. I went to sleep so early. I knew I wasn't okay. So when I'm not okay, I just don't want to be around nobody. I don't want to be around anybody because I feel like if I'm around somebody, then I would have to hide the fact that I'm not okay. Like, I feel like I would have to put on a smile, and so I don't mess up nobody else's mood or the energy inside of the room or whatever. So I feel like I have to pretend like I'm okay pretty much, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to face the fact that something was wrong with me. One of the things that was really wrong with me was I was stressing out about school. I told myself that I would never, ever, 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 ever let school stress me out to the point that it did. Like, oh my gosh, y'all, it was so bad. That was one of the reasons, and then it was some other stuff too, but I'm gonna really just focus on that section because it was deeper. For me, it was just deeper than just school. I always been the type of kid that had trouble in school. Like, it took me so long for me to pass my reading, for me to even graduate. Like, oh my gosh, I ended up graduating, but I really thought I was not gonna graduate. Like, I always struggled in school. I don't know, I just had trouble comprehending stuff. I just wasn't able to focus, I guess you could say. So I always felt like school just wasn't for me. Like, I'm like, school is not for me, school is not for me. Even before I moved to Tampa, I live in Tampa right now. Even before I moved to Tampa, I was like, I don't want to go to college. School is not for me. I already know it's not for me. I just want to, do something else, like save up to go invest in a business or something. That was my plan. And then I moved to Tampa, and now I'm going to college. Long story short, now I'm going to college. And the reason why I am going to college, like I said before, is to become a social worker. I feel like that's the right choice for me, leading towards my purpose. And it's also what I feel like, y'all know I'm a believer, so it's also what I feel like God is leading me towards to do. And because he wants me to do that, I feel like it's a stressor for me because I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to go to college. I did not want to go to college. Like I said, I felt like I am not okay with school. Like, I don't do good in school. I started struggling, and I was struggling in high school, so I'm like, why would I not struggle in college? Like, it's gonna be the same thing, so I don't want to do this semester. I was like, okay, I got my head in the game, I'm gonna be focused. Long story short, I broke my computer. I couldn't do my work. I broke my computer. I live with my aunt and uncle. My uncle is very strict on us, like breaking electric stuff and all of this other type of stuff, because he's the main one that has to like fix it all the time. So I was like, oh my gosh, I can't tell him that I broke my computer. So that was kind of stressing me out too. So nobody knew that my computer was broke except for my cousin. So I was using her computer for a little bit, but I didn't want to have to keep asking her to use her stuff because I know she go to use it for school and stuff as well. So I'm like, man, I tried to go to the library. The computer wasn't like letting me log in. The computer wasn't letting me log in to my school stuff. So I was just like, whatever. Then, so after my computer broke, my grades started to drop. Because I wasn't able to do my homework. So at this point, I'm like, bruh, this one I'm starting to feel like school is not for me again. Like, it's hard for me. I'm like, bro, is it gonna be hard for me to bring up my grades and stuff? Should I just drop out and just go to cosmetology school? Like, right now I'm in that position. It's like, what do I do? My grades are low right now. I don't really know what to do, and nobody else could help me. Like, I felt like nobody else could help me with this situation because it's not on y'all, it's on me. Like, I felt like it was on me. It's only up for me to help myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. So that explains what was going on with school and why I was just so stressed out. But then I'm like stressing out because it's like, bro, I feel like this is my purpose. Like, I feel like this is what I need to be doing, but I don't want to do it. I want to do something else. So it was just like a whole back and forth between what I should be doing versus what I want to do. And that was just bringing me down, bro. It was just bringing me down because I almost felt like nobody else would understand either. I didn't want to bring somebody else involved in my personal battle. So I didn't really tell nobody what was going on. And I know y'all probably like, girl, it's just school. It's just school. Like, do it. No, it's so much deeper than that. Like, and this morning I didn't even start to like freak. I was stressed out. Like I said, it was other reasons too, but I was stressed out for maybe like 3 days. Today is the day that I'm actually starting to feel a little better, and I'm able to, right now I'm on my way going to school right now. I'm starting to feel a little lighter because everything is starting to make sense to me now. So like I said in my previous video, that I want this year to be a grounding year. If I get too low on my low, I want to have something that can help me and fall back. During those stressful times, I almost was feeling like I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. I wasn't praying like I was supposed to be praying. I wasn't talking to God like I was supposed to be talking to him. And doing my scriptures, what I always do. There is this devotional book called Jesus Calling that I always use. Normally open the book up to a random page, and whatever the devotion is, it normally helps me with a lot of whatever it is that I'm going through. And I was doing that at the time, but it was like I was just so stressed out. Like, I was just so like emotionally distressed that I couldn't even grasp what I was reading. Like, it was like I was just reading it and it was just like nothing was resonating with me until everything started to make sense. This morning I started to have a little one-on-one therapy session with myself, and I was like starting to realize something that God wanted me to do with this college stuff, about how hard he is pushing me to keep going with this. Like I said, I was thinking about dropping out and just doing the cosmetology and just doing hair and stuff instead. I was back and forth about that because I didn't know what I want to do, so that was stressing me out as well. So long story short, I ended up staying. I didn't even tell nobody that was gonna be my plan. So that kind of explains why I was so stressed out a little bit. Sorry if the lighting is bad, y'all. It's really bad over here. But so like I said, I ended up making the decision to stay because I felt like that was what was right. And this morning I had like I said, I had like a little therapy session with myself, and I'm like, what is the reason God is pushing me so hard to stay at school? I don't want to do this, bro. Like, I don't want to do this, but he is pushing me so hard to stay here. Even from the beginning, I didn't want to go to school. I knew I didn't want to go to school, and I still ended up at school anyways. Why are you pushing me so hard to go to school? Like, I don't understand. What is it? But then I really thought about it, like, why don't I even really want to go to school? Like, what is the reason why I don't want to go? Or why I don't want to do it? And then I realized that my main reason was because I felt like I couldn't do it. I felt like I can't go to school. Like, I can't do this. I can't do this schoolwork. I'm not good at, like I said before, I'm not good at comprehending stuff and reading English and all that other type of stuff. Like I said, I felt like I can't do it. And I always been feeling like that. I had to go back into my roots. Where did that come from? Back school, high school, elementary, middle school. I don't really remember elementary, but middle school, like, I always felt like I was not good at school. Once I realized that was what my reason was, that I didn't want to go to school, was because I can't do it, I was like, okay, if God wanted me to go to school, clearly he's still forcing me to go to school. I can't get out of this even if I wanted to. change my mindset. I'm gonna change my mindset to I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Because I didn't even know that I was in my head saying that I can't do this. I didn't even know that that's what I planted in myself until I did that search. So moral of the story was, what I think at the end of like all of the stress and stuff, well actually today, after I started to like realize that what my real reason was of why I didn't want to do it, I could pretty much stop fighting. Especially if I know that this is what God wants me to do, I can stop trying to fight it and just go through with it, you know? And I also had to, like, every time I go through something, I'm like, what is the lesson? What is God trying to teach me right now? And I felt like what he was trying to teach me was, like I said, I wasn't feeling like I was doing what I was supposed to do. I was feeling like I wasn't doing my prayers, and you know, like I said, I needed to be doing. And in my last video, I said when I get on my lows, I want to have something to fall back on, or something that can help me. And I felt like that's what God was trying to teach me. I sometimes in situations like that, sometimes he'll come to you, sometimes he'll send somebody else to knock on your door and help you, or sometimes he'll, you know, come to you. Sometimes he'll come to you. But in certain situations, if he's trying to teach you to rely on him, he wants you to go to him. And I wasn't doing that. So when I wasn't doing that, I felt more stressed out, more like I couldn't get myself out of it. And once I realized that he wanted me to go, all God was doing was just waiting for me to go to him, waiting for me to ask him, can he help me, waiting for me to open my mouth and pray to him, and open my mouth and realize what it is that I need help with. All he wanted me to was to just go to him. And once I realized that, I started to feel calmer. I started to feel like, okay, I see what you're trying to do in here. I see what you trying to teach me. And on top of that, he was also building in me to not give up. Like I said before, when I was thinking about dropping out and just going to a cosmetology school, for me, when stuff get rough for me, I'm so used to just not pushing through and just like, man, whatever, I'll do something else. I'll just quit and just do something else. But I think what God was trying to teach me is to keep going. He's testing. When stuff like that happens, when stuff get rough and you are like going through a lot, he is testing your perseverance. I just learned what that word means. Perseverance. I think that's how you say it. He is testing your perseverance, meaning like when stuff get tough, he wants you to keep going, keep pushing through. And that's something that I don't do. When something gets rough, I don't push through. I don't keep going. I'm like, man, bump it, and I'm gonna just keep, you know, I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna do something else. But God said, no, keep pushing through and rely on me, and I can help you at the end. I hope this helps somebody, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I hope this helps somebody, because I know it's so, like, y'all didn't really get to see the stressful part, the stress side of me, how I didn't eat all day, how I wasn't coming out of the room, how I was isolating myself, not wanting to talk to nobody. Y'all really didn't get to see that part. And I know it's so many people that go through stuff like that. And I'm just here to let y'all know that y'all are not alone. Other people that's out here that's going through the same exact thing that you are going through. And you can get through it. Just focus on the lesson. What are you being taught right now? I think that's also what helped me. Once I got out of the stress part, once I got over the I'm not okay part and I'm going through it right now and all of this other type of stuff, once I got through that part, I was able to understand the lesson, which makes it easier for me to get through a lot of stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to share my story with y'all. Hopefully y'all get a better understanding of life through this video. But yeah, y'all give this video a thumbs up or comment down below if this video helped y'all in some type of way, or y'all can understand, relate, you know, just something. Let me know that this is real life. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I know my videos are super long, but if you made it this far, you really rocking with me, period. Bye, have a good one. Look at this man on the bike, about to kill yourself. No shirt on.